Hello, hello, hello out there. I'm not alone in the studio. Where's it at? Oh, over. No, there. Oh, look there. Onyx is here tonight. He just settled down and he is laying down on his mat. Little crocheted banner that I got. Actually, I did not make it. I don't even know. I think it's woven. I don't think it's crocheted. I think it's woven. And didn't make that. I got it from Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance one time, and I was like, what? What is this? That's cool. So I went ahead and got that. Am I bothering you, Onyx? Oh, that light? Is that light bothering you? Oh, I'll turn it this way. Is that better? Well, he's definitely not liking that I have this light on. I have this light. I actually might turn it off because I think that uh, it might interfere with the painting, or maybe not. Or maybe not. I don't know. So, push this stuff out of the way and get ready to paint. I'm going to close up some of these windows I have open and try to take some of this down. So, I had to plug my phone in because I was using it a lot today. If you didn't see my short today, that's what I did today. Go watch it. It is very fun. It's very fun, fun, fun. I've actually been there 3 times this week to work on that. I've been at it's at the library. Let me close this one and make sure this is good to go. And yeah, just notifying some people that I am on live and for everyone to tune in. I'm on. Where are you? Are you here? Yeah, so I'm going to try to um turn that part off. All right. Maybe I can see the chat up here. I'm going to send you all a little fun chat. Let me just send this. I'm on. Hello, everybody. All right. So, with that being said, I'm ready to go. I'm running so far behind. Started watching a show on Netflix after dinner or during dinner. It's really good. And then, oh, put that other laptop there. Use this laptop for other stuff. And anyway, so it's pretty good. I'm gonna put my hair up. My hair's out of control today. And I hit that thing on the back. So, anyway, yeah, we watched something on Netflix during and dinner, and that's what delayed me in getting on here. But I started this last night, you might remember, and we're gonna work on that right now. Let me share this that I am live. Um, I forgot that I can actually embed the code into the website. What time now? Live. Painting live. I'm just putting this. So I know that some of you guys might be already gone to bed. What time is it? It's 10:22. You know, maybe not. Maybe you are still awake. All right. So put up a couple cute emojis and uh, yeah, this is part 2 of the Hello Kitty painting and should be the last part of the Hello Kitty painting. I think I can paint it within an hour or less. Um, so, so yeah. So hopefully I get some other people in here watching. I appreciate it if you pop on and hang out with me. And yeah, so let's go here, here, and here. All right. I have sent it out to some places on Facebook because that is where some people would be. And yeah. All right. So, welcome. I am tired, but I'm going to paint this painting and finish it. So, as I mentioned yesterday, if you're just tuning in, I am painting a painting for one of my very special students. They're all special, but she's extra special. She's brought me 2 gifts in my class. I don't ever ask for anyone to bring me a gift to my class, and I just thought it was so sweet. And she loves Hello Kitty. She wanted to paint Hello Kitty Bob Ross paintings, but we don't have those. So I'm kind of making her a Hello Kitty Bob Ross painting. I'm gonna bring the camera down here to the tabletop. Let's see how close can I get. All right. So here we are. I don't know if you can see, but very faintly I have actually drawn in Hello Kitty. I don't even have my paints down on my palette yet. I do use a plate for my palette, and it's so nice because when you clean this up, you take it, just run some warm water on it. This comes right off. Sometimes you can actually just peel it right off, but I don't know if this will peel today. It might need to be thicker. Anyway, so we're going to use the paint palette here. I am going to. I was looking at this and she really loves pink. So I'm going to add a little bit of pink tones into the sky. I'm using it's kind of a hot pink. It does say it's pink dahlia on the label. Now this is paint straight out of a bottle. And they're just regular craft paint that you can get at any hobby store, even Target and Walmart and those types of stores too have them. I'm using, I actually have a Martha Stewart bottle, 2 Martha Stewart bottles right now. This is what I'm using. I've got just Michael's brand Craft Smart. And fun fact, I'm going to talk about this paint right here. This paint is called acryliology. I think I'm saying that right. It is acrylic paint, And it comes from the Dollar Tree, you guys. I have to say, it's pretty good paint. Um, it's not bad. Longevity wise, I don't know how it will work. Um, but, you know, it's really thick, consistent paint. It's not oily, it doesn't separate. I've had some acrylic paints that would just separate it so badly. And yeah, so I actually really like this paint. And if you're on a budget, this is a pretty good paint. You can find it at Dollar Tree. It is water soluble. It is acrylic paint. Yeah, it's pretty good for $1.25. Can't beat that. And it's actually bigger than most. It's 4 ounces of paint versus your typical bottles are half that size. So this bottle here was normally $3.79 for 2 ounces, and this is $1.25 for 4 ounces. You know, if you're on a budget, if you are just um, crafty at home, it's a great product, I have to say. Let's see, does this make a difference? This light is pretty powerful. I'm going to turn this other light off and see what it looks like without it. No, you know what? We're going to paint without it. But I didn't turn that light on over there. I wonder if I can even... I wish I had remote control lights. That would be awesome. That'd be very awesome if I had remote controls. Okay, so let's get to it. I am adding in pink. Now that I know where the Hello Kitty's head's going to be in this, all of this is going to disappear. And in fact, what I'm going to do, I have this back up here. So in this, maybe the next drawer. Or maybe the next drawer. I don't know which drawer. I've got too many drawers underneath this desk. This will be fine, I suppose. I want to... The middle part where we painted so nicely yesterday is all going to go. So I'm just going to take a little bit of sandpaper and I'm just going to sand any kind of high spots off of it. Oh, I woke Onyx up with that. He's like, oh, what is that noise? So I just want to feel on here, and if it's anything that's a high point, I'm going to go ahead and just sand that down. And that's just going to give me a little bit smoother area to paint. Now, if I were thinking straight yesterday and not in a hurry to paint this, I would have actually masked this off with tape and then just pulled the tape. But I didn't do that. I just went ahead and started painting a happy little sky. So I'm just gonna sand down a little bit of this. Now, when you are painting something and you're like, oh, I don't like that, you can just sand it a little bit, re-gesso it, and then start over. Might have to sand the gesso again and paint it, and sand it, paint it a few times. And if you have raw canvas, you would have to do that and get your canvas prepped. Tap that off. In fact, yeah, should not have done it there. That paint dust everywhere. And I could, if I have one, I do, little chip brush. I'm just gonna take and brush this Oh, make sure that's nice and clean. All right, let's do it. Put this back over here. So I'll have that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly go in with some pink and put it into the clouds here because she really does love pink. And I'm just going to go in and do that. I am going to give the Hello Kitty a pink bow. She's traditionally with a red bow, but she's going to get a pink bow in this painting. So I'm just going to go in and put in a little bit of pink here and there, and I'm going to take and place it on, and then I'm going to dab it off with my finger because it's pretty bright. I'm going to take and dab that down a little bit, and that's going to be in the kitty head. Just going to put it on and dab it in. These are just going to be little pink highlights in here. Maybe even back in here. So, just adding in. Oh, that's not even. That's not even going to be that color. Let me take that off. If you catch it in a time, you can take the paint off. Um, that's going to be part of Hello Kitty's ear, so we're not going to do it there. Just go in, dab it, and I tend to use my finger to finger paint every once in a while. Actually, a lot more than you would think. And I think that you can just really get a feel of the paint, literally, when you finger paint a little bit on here. And it's not necessarily finger painting. I'm just going in and blotting off the color. I'm just adding color and then giving it kind of a pink glow in here. The cat just went. It looks like a whole lot more than a pink glow for you guys on the camera. And I will go back with pure white and touch a little bit more in this too. Yeah, I started thinking about it today when I was um, sketching in the outline of Hello Kitty's head on here with pencil. And I thought, you know what? I need to add some pink into this. It kind of reminds me of the clouds that I have in some of my intros and stuff for Tiny Doors. And my outros, I have clouds. Just love that. Love it, love it, love it. Some down in here. Maybe down in there. I just want to put a glow, just adding a little pinky glow to the painting. I'm not doing this middle part. That is where her head's gonna go. You guys probably can't see all that detail that's in there yet. It's not really that detailed. It is, it's just barely sketched on. So, with that, I'm going to clean up the brush. Dab it on my paper towel. Same paper towel I had out yesterday. I put the multiple layers and just use that during my whole painting and then flip them over because they're still good like that. Just gonna add some white just to come in and touch up around these tops of these clouds to give them a little glow. Where I added this pink in. I'm gonna do a little touch here and there for that. Just adding some more pure white just to give it the layers that I want. And she will most likely be in my class for tomorrow. So I will be giving this to her. Maybe I can, well, I'll ask her if we could take a picture. And then if she would allow me, I'm not sure if that's possible, but I know she's going to love this. I'm actually going to place this in a little frame for her as well. This is 5x7, this painting here, this size. I'll hold it this way so you guys can see. It's 5x7. Um, and I have 5x7 frames that I use for painting kits. And I'm going to just go ahead and frame it in there for her. When you have acrylic paints, you don't want to frame it with glass, so I'll remove the glass. I'll probably actually paint the glass with the alcohol ink later on, which I do that too. I paint with alcohol ink. And yeah, so that's the plan, is I'm going to paint it with alcohol ink and use that glass over. It's not going to get wasted. So, she's going to get this tomorrow. I'm so excited. All right, I think I have enough little bit of white going on in there. And if you can see, like here, the pencil marks, this is where the Hello Kitty head is going to go in. And I do have this little Hello Kitty as reference. I'm going to make her a little bag charm with this also before class tomorrow. And super cute. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in um, with white. It might take a couple coats of white because I should have done this in a different order. In fact, I probably should be using a different paint than this. White. Somewhere. I think I have some up there. Hold on. Let me grab this other bottle of white. All right, practice back here. Hold on once. Maybe. Maybe we'll use a little bit of this holographic glitter paint. Maybe. So this paint here that's in this bottle is actually what is it called? Lucas paint, I believe. This is a Lucas brand paint. And I'm going to show you the difference in the paints. You can see this is the cheaper paint here, and this is way thicker paint here, and this is what we're going to use. So you can see how thick this paint is and how this paint reacts. You can actually see that one's wanting to drip a lot more. So clean that off. we're going to use that thicker paint, the Lucas paint, for this background of Hello Kitty. I'm going to load this brush. Once again, I'm using the Filbert brush. It's a flat, round brush. Get a drink. We're going for it. All right. And I highly recommend painting from the top down, because if you paint here and you reach up, you're likely to touch it with your hand and smear everything and ruin it and have to start over. So start from the top and work your way down. And in this case, I am going to go ahead and paint over all those happy little clouds that we did before. And I'm just going to outline where it is first. It's almost like I'm sketching with paint at this point. And then bringing it around. Oh, onyx. This down. Okay. Oh, my phone is got a notification. So basically, it's kind of like I'm adding gesso, but I'm not. This is just paint. It's not gesso. And I'm going to go ahead and color this whole thing in. What are you doing, Onyx? Onyx, what are you doing? Are you watching on the TV? No, no. Anyway, I had to have an Onyx break there. That is my cat. That's Onyx. Sir Onyx, as some of my friends call him. He's quite spoiled. And then he has his own little rug here on my desk. He's sometimes sweet and sometimes sour. So, the Hello Kitty has, in this area here, has a bow. So we'll add that in after I get it all painted white and that dries. I just need to paint it white so it will help mask the colors below. Unfortunately, is that the right size? I am painting sideways, so let me turn it this way a little bit. It needs to come down just a little bit more this way, and this way. A little bit further on this side. Oh, Onyx just wanted to turn around the other direction. He's laying back down. He just likes to be with us. It's kind of also sad every night when we go to bed. We don't let him in our room, so he cries for a little bit and then he goes to lay down. He's a cat. He'll get over that. So on this side, I need to pull this one side out a little bit more too. She kind of has like an oval head. It's more oval than round. Um, this paint is super thick. I might be blocking the camera. I am sorry. Give this edge. I'm gonna add a touch of water to my brush. So, if you're just tuning in, thank you so much. My name is Nickie. I'm with Doors WPB, and tonight I am painting a painting for a student in my class. She'll be there tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. And it's going to be a special moment tomorrow to give it to her. She's extra special. Super sweet. So I'm going to let this dry for a moment. Now that I have kind of an outline and a first coat. Before you put a second coat on your painting, you want to make sure it's dry. I'm not really 100% happy with the way this shape is here, but maybe I'll take it a little bit farther out. I'm going to turn it upside down. It's pretty close to the shape of her head. I don't know if you guys can even see that. I'll put her on the sandpaper. There she is. So I'm just going to take and anywhere that the paint's a little bit high on the edge, just going to smooth it out and just knock down the sides a little bit so we don't get paint lines in there. And it should dry pretty quick. It's already drying pretty quick. I mean, it might get still some paint lines because I didn't sand it too hard when I did that. And we will go over it one more time. Clean out the brush. A happy brush is a clean brush. That's what I tell my students in my classes. And do not let your brushes stay in the water. Clean them up. Give them a good swim. Let them go swimming. Dunk them in there real good and then blot them off and reshape. And no paint left. So while that is drying a little bit, I'm going to talk about a couple things. Like today, we'll talk about my day. Um, got up this morning, drank my coffee, um, coffee, and um, yeah, then it started to clean up a little bit. Came downstairs here. We're still working on the reboot of the studio. It is a mess, but I'm also trying to get ready for an event on the 14th, which is called Let's Vibe. So we have that event coming up now. That's my main event for the entire year is Let's Vibe. Um, we do a mobile art studio and we bring everything to different locations in downtown. And every month for 6 months, we do a mobile art studio and it's completely free to the community. So if you happen to be in the city of West Palm Beach on second Wednesday, look up, just Google Let's Vibe West Palm Beach and you'll find it. So, so yeah, so we have that. So I've been getting ready for that. The what did I do with the mouse? Oh, I put it way up here. The theme that I have for this month is we do have tiny doors every month. Um, I just noticed this wasn't on the regular, but it is live, so I'm good with that. So every month we have um, an extra thing that we add to tiny doors. So it's not only just tiny doors, we're actually tiny doors and more. Um, so this month we will have, let me make sure I'm going to tell you the right thing. We will have the tiny doors and the front porches. I don't know if I can find one right behind me. Of course, why would I have one right here? Because that's not what I'm painting tonight. So tiny doors with the front porch. We're also going to be bringing in some decorative walls. I think you know what? Maybe I'll bring the walls in another day. I'm not quite ready for that. So, but we will have tiny mosaics, and oh, you can't see that. I can reach it. So ah, we will have supplies to do a little tiny mosaic at the event um, as well. And so, what the mosaics end up being, they can end up being part of a room. So, that's one way of looking at it, like the floor of a room. I'm trying to encourage people to make like a small little diorama per se, with this year's tiny door. So I actually need to, before Wednesday next week, I need to actually build one and kind of let people know what they can do over the next 6 months with the tiny projects. So so yeah, so that's what we're doing. And as far as organizing, I have social media posts done. I have things on the website done. Um, it is themed for uh, doors and floors. Basically, it's like doors and floors. That's actually a pretty good way of saying it. Um, so doors and floors, and then we will have a new voting system. I have to actually finish the voting forms. Last time we just did a tally marks, but I think I'm going to actually have a little vote form for each door that is submitted for the contest. Now, the contest will be taking place every month for 6 months, and we will have cute tiny door. Let me make sure I tell you the exact phrasing that I actually called it when I submitted the information, because sometimes I forget the exact way I said it, the original. Um, they are going to be called the Creative Tiny Door Trophies. Now, Creative Tiny Door Trophies, what could that even mean, right? Well, in the true spirit of Tiny Doors, WPB, we love for people to make things and to make things their own and let them make, tailor it to whatever. Meanwhile, I've got my hand out. This is what's going on. Really? Lay down. 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 Good boy. Down. He's not going to listen right now. He's going to clean his feet. Anyways, Onyx break. Um, sorry, buddy. Um, oh, he's so cute sometimes. Look at him. He's so cute. There he is. All right. Lay your head down. So anyway, we will have creative tiny door trophies. So there will be a first, second, and third place awarded. But also, I think it's just awesome that people come and participate in the events. We have people that have been participating in every event for 4 years. Um, and that was either 6 to 7 months. And in the first year, we actually did it. I think we did Let's Vibe for 12 months, I think. We did it for a really long time and twice a month in the beginning. So now it's just once a month. But yeah, so people have been coming to make tiny doors with us for over 10 years. And yeah, so I decided I would make a special award that everyone gets. And if you saw my short today, that's what I was making. I am making them on a laser cutter. So they look like this. They say Tiny Door Maker, and it's everyone that makes something with us for the next 6 months will receive a Tiny Door Maker ribbon. It will have an actual hang point on here, and I'm leaving them raw wood like this because I want people to actually paint them themselves. So and then they can use this, you can use this as an ornament, you can just collect them, you can put it beside your tiny door on your front porch of the tiny door you make, so you can put a little award ribbon there. But so everyone will get a tiny door maker ribbon that participates in the Let's Vibe event and make something with us. Um, and uh, it's very fun. I'm just so excited. So, in fact, I was a little aggravated because it took so long to cut 20 of these. It took 59 minutes and 59 seconds. So basically, it took an hour to cut 20 of them. Um, and I only get to use the machine for 2 hours. So once I got settled today and got everything loaded and lined up, I only had like an hour and a half left. So I only got like 30 of them cut today. So I have to go back and cut a lot more. Um, because we do. Goodbye, Onyx. Oh, that was a unique way of getting down. Okay. Onyx is leaving me. So, anyway, that's what I'm doing. That's Let's Vibe. Oh, and we're going to have a photo booth. So you can actually set down your made project, whatever you've made, and take a photograph of it in a really cute professional photo box. So that's happening too. So anyway, we're going to put a second coat on here of the white. It's pretty dry. It's ready for a second coat. If you put a second coat on a wet coat, it can peel the paint off or just it's not good. So I'm going to put one more coat of white, and now that it's predominantly dry. Yeah, that's fine. So we're going to go in and do this, and this coat will really actually cover up all of the color. Take it in a little closer to the tabletop. Like I said, I am painting this sideways. So I'm going to paint it from this side. I'm just going to go in and give this one more coat of this. I might be up late painting this tonight. I will paint it live, so I will finish it while we are live here on YouTube because that would be silly if I didn't finish it here while on YouTube live. I'm just going to bring it in, bring it across. I went a little bit outside my line. I'm grabbing pretty good amount of paint on there. I'm only putting the paint on one side of the brush. Pulling it down and giving it a quick wisp of paint downward in case it's too thick in some areas. Or in this case right here, it's not thick enough. So back a long time ago, I actually gave away paintings in my classes. I would have a little raffle, completely free. Just everybody got a ticket, and I gave away a painting every month, or two or three actually. Um, maybe I should start that again. Maybe I should start that this month. I have a whole bunch of little paintings that are like mini paintings. And maybe I'll do that. I don't know if I'll do that for this month. Maybe later on this year. I will give out little miniature paintings to my students. So as you can see, this second coat really gets good coverage. And I'm just going to try to even the paint out. Like I said, this is super thick paint. So if you were to look at this from the side, which is good for me to look at too, you'll see that there's some high points in the paint. And I'm just going to brush over them light. Uh, some of the areas are the underpainting, which is fine. You can have a little bit of texture. I know that Hello Kitty's pretty flat without texture, but maybe this Hello Kitty's not. Maybe this is the Hello Kitty with some fur texture. Wouldn't that be funny? If it was a fluffy Hello Kitty, that would be really fun. But then it wouldn't be Hello Kitty if she was fluffy. But she's not fluffy. No, I pulled too much paint there away. So that's not bad. Yeah. Oh, I'm not on camera. Sorry, I started getting really into it. And if I do that, sorry. So, anyway. Let me see. Alright. Alright. Well, I was just checking. Not sure how long we've been online. We've been on here for a little bit. About 30 minutes, maybe. It is after 11. So it's kind of late. But it is what it is. I should grab my heat gun and try to speed up this drying process. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not 100% happy with the texture of this that's going on, but I'm sure my student will love it. And last month, it was busy in the class. Our classes are limited to 20 people, and I think, uh, well, last month it was raining a little bit, and there was an event happening, and people couldn't find parking or couldn't get to parking or something. Anyway, we waited almost 20 minutes before we started because of that. For anyone who was on the list, I gave them a grace period. And if the people that were registered did not sign up or did not show up in that time frame, I usually only wait 5 to 7 minutes, 10 minutes at the most. But we waited a little extra last month. Plus, the painting was kind of easy to do, so it wasn't going to take 2 hours to do it. Uh, and some people were late, but if you are late for this class, um, and we've already shut the doors, we will let people in on a waiting list because we tend to have 4 to 5 people waiting on the waiting list to get into the class. Um, Sometimes more. And, you know, if you wanted to do this class, please sign up ahead of time if you are local here. And you need to sign up ahead of time. Make sure you set your alarm for like 9:27 in the morning on the first Friday. Sign up at 9:30 a.m. Because it tends to fill up within 10 minutes or less. Sometimes less than 5 minutes, it will fill up. So those links, let me see if they actually have the link for next month up. They've been only putting the links up, even though I'm teaching through September. Well, the contracts are October to September. Um, so even though I'm already scheduled for the teaching, they're still not, they don't really place everything on the calendar for the whole rest of the year. So they're only putting it on there every so often. Um, Let me see. I'm looking at, they came out with their newsletter today, and that's pretty nice. They have all kinds of things happening. And this library, downtown West Palm Beach, the Mandel Public Library, is amazing. Everything is for free. All the classes, the workshops, them helping you, the events that happen there, um, that take place. They have live music sometimes there. It's all free. And that's because they not only have funding from the city that pays for the essentials, but those little extra things come from donations and from grants that are obtained by the West Palm Beach Library Foundation. So, um, yeah, it's it's a great library. Um, and the amount of programming they have is is amazing. So they did get a new system. I'm waiting for this paint to dry before I can paint more on it. And it's taken me a little bit um to figure out. So in fact that was really weird. Used to be able to put in my name and it would sort the classes. Filter by. I'm looking at all their new things here. Let's see. Adult art class, and then we'll do a search. And it doesn't say anything. Oh my goodness. The new system is really not as easy as you would think to go through. Um, oh, I see that they have an all things Pokemon that actually is canceled. It was supposed to be on Sunday. But I have some exciting Pokemon news in our world, which is something I would never say. That we are kind of connected with Pokemon. Sorta. Sorta. Let's see if I can find here. Just to let you know, right now, it appears that 3 people have canceled their seat. So if you thought that you couldn't get into my class tomorrow, you can right now. 3 people have canceled because it was completely full 2 days ago. So you can get in. Ooh, that's exciting. So it gives the opportunity for some other people to get into the class. You can get to the link to this on my website at tinydoors.org. Go to events, all events, and then you'll find the calendar. Or scroll down the events page. That's cool news to know that there are 3 seats left. Yay. I mean, sorry for the people that canceled, but yay. Somebody else can get in. In fact, I had an artist consult call today I'm going to call it an artist consult call, which I do. I consult different artists for different things. And uh, she said that she never can get into the class. But hello, you could get in the class. I wonder, I doubt she's up this late. It's 11:16. I don't think she'll be awake. Is this dry yet? This is not dry. Oh, we need to fan this. I mean, I could do this in the morning and go live for part 3. It's a really exciting day that I have painted a cat head for all this time. Um, but yeah, no, the lady that I was doing the consult today, she probably would really like to be in the class. I wonder if I can. I don't want to send a message this late. It's kind of late, and I don't have her email. We'll see if it's available still in the morning, and I will send her a message. So, and if this doesn't dry, I will come on in the morning and come on live in the morning time. Because my class is from 1 to 3 tomorrow. So I leave here at I don't know. I leave before that, obviously, to get there in time for setup and such. Well, that's kind of exciting. If anybody wants to take my class, we are painting. Can I show what we're painting? Maybe. Let me see if I can grab the image of what we're painting this month. I can add it to the images here. Let me see, it's in my downloads. So I'll show you first the inspiration for the painting this month. And hold on, bear with me. I gotta readjust this so you guys can see it. Wait for it. Wait for it. This is the inspiration for the painting. We'll leave that up. And it's almost like this the setup. And then the one that we're actually painting, the Bob Ross painting that I found, I'll show you what that one looks like. Let me pull it up. I give out handouts every month, and they look like this. So this is the inspiration piece on the left, and this is what we're going to paint. It's called Lakeside Path. It is season 11, episode 7 of Bob Ross. But as you can see, this is a river. This says it's a lake, but honestly looks like a river. And this is a river. And this, I don't know if I can make it bigger. You can see back, it actually goes back in the back like this, and it comes along the edges. The water edge is like this. It's very similar to this water edge here. So this, and then this wraps around here and has the trees on the edge over here too. So this is what we are painting um, for tomorrow. How cool is that, right? I'll show everybody um the painting when I'm finished with it. Let me just delete that off of here. So this is what it looks like, and I let the inspiration piece be there. So yeah. So sometimes I actually go to a place that is basically like living in a Bob Ross painting. So I'm not liking this part right here. It's pretty translucent there. See, and it's still too wet to paint. Should I try it? No. It really needs to be dry. So I think we're gonna have to have episode 3 of this painting because this is still oh no! I touched it. It's still a little too wet to paint. So yeah. We're probably gonna have another episode of this in the morning where I will paint it. You can see that it's still super shiny. So when a painting is this shiny, um, usually means it's still wet or it's more of a gloss. You can see. So, but this paint is not a real glossy paint, so it's still a little too wet. Unfortunately, we will have to have episode 3 because it's getting late. It's 7:23. And I've been on here for basically an hour. So if you have stuck around here for an hour to listen to me talk and watch me paint a white silhouette of a cat, thanks. um, yeah, I will come on earlier tomorrow in the morning because this painting will be framed and given to one of my students in my class tomorrow. So, anyway, um, yeah, I'm tired and I think I'm gonna go to bed. So, thanks so much, everybody. This is it for today, and we will talk to you tomorrow. This vlogs or daily vlogs are happening daily. I started this January 1st, so this is day 8, episode 8 on January 8th. And every day we will be live at some point in the day. Please consider hitting the subscribe button, ringing the bell so you get notifications of when we're on here. Any kind of information that I've talked about, you can send me a message or check in the description of this video for certain things I might have talked about that hopefully I linked into the description. If they're not linked, just copy paste them into your browser. So, with that being said, I appreciate you all.